Welcome to Live from Dennis's house, only on 474 The Mix, where the music matters. I'm your host, Dennis Morgillo, and each week we transport you back in time to a simpler time, to a happier time, when men were men and it was still safe to sit next to Pee Wee Herman in a dark movie theater. You know why that's funny, right?
Yeah.
We all know about
We all
his troubles, the unfortunate incident in the dark movie theater.
activities.
He was caught with his pants down. Added a whole new dimension to Pee Wee's Big Adventure, by the way. Yeah. So, that's right. I am going to transport you back to 1987, back to your basement, your bedroom, rec room, attic, wherever you hung out listening to your vinyl albums. Dust off those old records and get ready for some fun memories. Today, we are spotlighting the 1987 classic album, The Joshua Tree by U2.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's meet the crew. My sidekick and co-host, Cha-Cha.
Hey.
My head writer, Stephen Bello.
Hello.
And the Live from Dennis's house band leader and musical director, Dee Pie.
Rock and roll, dudes.
Woo.
So we're going to get right into, hold this record up, please. Not up, but just out of the way for now. But because I want to get right into the Man About Town segment. And we're going to talk about what I did on Saturday afternoon now, because I went to an Oktoberfest on Saturday afternoon. And it was another event my daughter was dancing at. And as you know, I must attend all events or she's going to end up on the pole. That's what dads have to do to keep their daughters off the pole. So anyway, I go to this Oktoberfest. I'm in a good mood, expecting a nice time. And I say, all right, look at all this food here. I'm going to go wait on this line here, and I'm going to get some food. I'm going to get some Wiener Schnitzel, Sauerbraten, that Neapolitan knockwurst that you like so much, too. And so I get on the line. I'm all in a good mood, and it's a pretty long line, too. And I'm saying, all right, no problem. And I'm sitting there, and then it happens. The guy in front of me starts talking to me.
Oh,
There we
no.
go.
And if you know, I hate that more than anything in the world. So, and it's nothing. It's mind-numbing nonsense. It's like talking about the weather and the rain. Oh, we got a good crowd here. Blah 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 blah. And I just like started getting lightheaded. And you know, it's like making small talk with a stranger is so pointless. It's like I never saw you before. I'm never gonna see you again. I know it rains once in a while. Why do I have to discuss this with you? So STFU. So I am.
Tell him what you did.
I'm being as rude as possible as I can to this guy, and like ignoring him, giving him one-word answers, looking at my phone, all this kind of stuff. Nothing is working. So he doesn't get the hint. He keeps blabbering. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this line is so long. For an eternity, I'm going to be on here listening to this guy talk about nonsense. So I'm looking for an escape route, right? And just then, his wife distracts him by talking to him. So he turns around, and I bolt like the Great Escape, Steve McQueen. And I go hide in the bushes, and I just sit there for 10 minutes, and, you know, it's gone. And I get back online. And I got my food in peace.
Awesome.
You know,
But
that's
you
called
made me
ghosting.
come with you.
Yes.
That's called ghosting, what you did to him.
Really?
You just disappeared.
disappeared.
Ah.
That's the new
very
thing.
cool.
That works in perfect with
Yeah.
our magician that we have on the show today. You know, but I got to say, this is one of my biggest hang-ups of all time. And I go out of my way to avoid places and people if I think there's any chance of someone going to make small talk with me. You know, like, and sometimes if it's the wrong place, like if someone in a public restroom, men's room, he starts talking to me, I get so hostile and incensed that I just like black out, and I envision myself stabbing him in the neck with a pen, like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. But just anything to get him to stop talking, right? And like I remember back in the day when there was toll booth takers, you know, the whatever they call those people,
Toll booth
that I would
takers.
take the same route every day, and this same toll booth clerk was there a few days in a row, and then she started making small talk with me, and that was it. I had to go get Easy Pass and change my route, and I couldn't do it anymore. And then just the other day, the worst case scenario, this guy gets in the elevator with me, and he starts making small talk, right? So it was only 4 flights, right? So I'm like, all right, you know, I can handle this. And then we get down to the bottom, and I make a right instead of going out to the parking lot, because then I'd be stuck walking more with him and talking to him. So I made a right, pretended I was going to the bathroom, and I circled right back, and I figured he would be gone. But I get to the lobby, and he's standing there.
He was
So
waiting
he
for you.
knows that I
Busted.
cut him out, right? So we start walking out again, and I go the long way, and I was, all right, have a good night. I go the long way, and I circle back around, and I run into him again. And I was like, whatever. Just, what am I going to do? So anyway, but now this is something I mainly have to tell women in my life, but it goes for everyone. Talking is optional. Remember that. Shut up sometimes, relax, be quiet, it's okay. Only speak when you have something to say. How's that for a world lesson?
Well, we got
Shut
stuff
up.
to say.
Yes, so all right, that's enough for now. So all right, welcome back now, and more on that subject. That I don't just you think it might be odd that a person who has a talk show doesn't like to talk, but it's not that I don't like to talk. I don't like to talk to strangers about nonsense, right? Just the other day, I was in Macy's, and I heard the clerk on the phone talking to his friend, and he said that joke that I just said. Did they have the Neapolitan knockwurst that you like so much, right? So I actually went over to him, and I was talking to him about it. We were talking about the Honeymooners, The Odd Couple. So you see, I'm not a complete freak.
Right.
Oh,
Things
you're
you're
a
interested in.
complete
Things you're interested in. I understand that.
Right.
Just have rare moments.
Like if a stranger online started talking to me about my show or about music or about guitars or something I'm interested in, then I would talk to him. But I don't need to talk about the weather.
No.
Case
Yeah,
closed.
You're still a freak.
All right. So then now I just want to talk about quickly what we did Saturday night. We went to see Lisa Sherman at
how
the
was it?
Algonquin.
It was great.
Doing the Best of Bonnie Raitt, and it was an amazing show. It was professional, like a Broadway show. They were flawless. She sings like an angel.
Yeah,
Every
she's
song
great.
was great. She had a big band, like, I don't know, 8-10 people in the band. It was
Wow.
awesome. I got to see Lisa and Frankie.
Oh, Frankie.
It was a very nice
Cool
night.
guy.
So now it is now time for Word on the Street with Cha-Cha, gossip columnist to the
Will
stars.
you hold this for me, please?
Absolutely,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure.
Okay, well, I have today is Bruce/Caitlyn Jenner's birthday.
Whoa!
Happy birthday.
Happy
Oh, come on.
birthday.
Everybody
Yes.
deserves happy on their birthday.
She is 66 years old.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Born October 28th, 1949.
Wow.
Yeah.
She
She looks
good.
great for his age.
Botox.
I know. I need her makeup artist. I really do.
Yes. So on that subject, I want to talk about that because we have a lot in common. I too was once a man trapped inside a woman's body, but then I was born, and you got it. You did? Yeah.
But
I
bum.
got it. I got it. Don't poke me.
I love that.
Actually, that was very good.
awesome.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you.
very good.
Thank you very much. All right.
And then I have Kim Richards. She's the housewife from
Okay, yes.
Beverly Hills. She was sentenced today. She had been caught shoplifting at a Target.
Wow.
So they sentenced her today.
At a Target? Oh,
At a Target.
what the hell does
Yes.
Target have
She's
that
a
you want to
Beverly Hills
steal?
I don't
housewife?
know. She's,
Shoplifting at Target?
she's a whole lot of crazy. She really is. But she got 300 hours of community service, 3 years probation, and she has to go to 52 AA meetings. And she is ordered to stay clear.
Target.
I guess you have to be drunk to steal from a Target.
Just like, what does that have to do with anything?
They don't even sell liquor there, do they? I mean, what is-
And Kim Richards, she was a child movie star as well.
She was.
in like
That-
Escape to Witch Mountain
Right.
or one of those.
Right.
It's the
She
blonde?
was.
Yeah.
I used to love her.
And she was in a couple of
Oh, and-
sitcoms.
And
was
right?
in
she's
a
like,
video.
she's Paris Hilton's aunt.
Yes,
Wow.
she is. She's
Oh,
Paris.
that, okay.
I remember she was
Runs
in a
in the
video
family.
in the 80s.
Exactly.
forget what it was.
And my
Leave your
last
boots on or
story
something.
is, I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Steve?
Yeah,
No,
he was just
no.
blabbering over
Just-
there about
just-
the weather or something.
And the last story is Derek Jeter is
Oh.
engaged.
Oh, yes, yes.
Good for
yeah,
him.
I heard that.
Of course, to a supermodel.
Yeah,
Duh.
right.
Her name is Hannah Davis, and he's completely, totally in love with her.
All
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good for
I gotta
him.
say,
Good for them.
congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
He's my favorite baseball player of this generation, and I'm going on record saying he is the last great baseball player they will ever be. Truly great on the field, off the field.
Yep.
Act like a gentleman.
He's a
No
class act.
scandals.
Right.
No
Yep.
shenanigans.
Classy
no
guy,
nothing.
classy.
And he did everything he was supposed to do correctly.
Right.
Unlike A-Rod, who did everything
Oh.
wrong.
Yeah.
So, glad to hear that.
And it's true, and he's 41 years old, and he's dated really beautiful women.
Yeah.
I mean, he dated Mariah Carey, Minka Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's dated beautiful women, and
Caitlyn
he
Jenner.
said, and he likes them young. And he said that he knew his whole career that marriage was not an option for him.
Yeah, it makes
Being
sense.
on the
It's
road
perfect how he
and-
did
Yeah,
this.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
know?
he's a real class act. You're
Yeah,
right.
he's
One
awesome.
of the last great ball players.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
He really
good.
is.
Glad you agree with me.
Yeah, remember when he dove for that?
Oh,
Yes.
that was the best.
That's when
Oh.
I fell in love with that guy. That
Yep.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right,
So to Derek
now
Jeter.
are
To
you?
Derek Jeter.
Cheers, Steve.
Many
You got
happy
anything
years to
Yes.
for their marriage.
Deserve
Yep.
it.
Too late, Steven.
Salute.
All right. So now it is time to make the scene with Dee Dee Pie.
Oh, did I make the scene this weekend? Some of my shenanigans are not fit for public knowledge, so I will not be
That's what we're
discussing them.
hoping
Oh, by the way, 1987 was the year that I moved to New Jersey from Puerto Rico.
Ah,
So,
very good.
we are celebrating
Dee
my-
Puerto Rico.
My, whatever, my
Citizenship
transition.
or
Oh
something,
no, I'm a
yeah.
born citizen.
Oh, that's
I was
right,
born
Puerto
a
Rico.
citizen.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
right.
are. But that's the day I decided to just show up and stay. So.
Nice.
Very nice.
Anyway, okay, so let me see. Where do I begin? I'm just going to go with Saturday. Saturday, Strawberry Pie had a gig. This is a very interesting, not to be self-serving, but it was an interesting night because we had a gig at Sawa Pier Village. And in the past, when we've played there, they have a sound system already installed, and we just bring a few things and some cables. So I show up, and there's Laura sitting at the bar, and there's nothing set up. And I'm going, is my girl just waiting for me, to do the physical labor? But what happened was somehow the lines got crossed. There is no longer a sound system.
Ah.
So here we are with cables, but nothing to plug into. We're like,
Sounds like
holy
Steven on a Saturday
cannoli.
night.
Yeah. But so you know what? We made the best of it. This is what we did. We grabbed a couple of bar stools and sat across from the bar and went unplugged.
Wow.
We had the best gig ever. And we made not only what we got paid, we made $130 in tips.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
We engaged the crowd. It was an intimate setting. They were singing with us. They were dancing. Amazing. Just two girls
Very
and two
cool.
guitars. No sound, no nothing.
That's it.
And it was the coolest gig ever.
Back to your
And-
roots.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we
Good
went
for
to McClune's Pier House, just down the street, and the Intentions were playing. Mario Casella has an acoustic group, and Mario Casella's from Slim Chance and the Gamblers. And we went there, and we got to sing with them, and we got to dance the night away. So it was like the coolest night
Wow,
ever.
Yes.
What could have been a disaster,
Yeah.
So if you're a musician, you play at Sawa, just don't bring anything. Just sit at the bar and sing.
Play
You'll make a
unplugged.
lot of money.
All
Trust me.
musicians from now on.
Absolutely.
Just, go unplug.
Absolutely. And then Sunday, I was at the Stone Pony at the benefit and tribute show for Mr. Lou, who was an incredible musician, mainly bass player, who played with many, many local musicians and was very involved in the light of day shows and things like that. And there were just lots of really, really good bands. Bobby Mahoney played. I can't even mention everybody. Steve Forbert was there, Joe Dorso, and the Stone Caravan, his full band. They had some things earlier before I got there. They had an Ave Maria. They read letters that people wrote to him. He was a very well-respected and really loved gentleman that just touched everybody's hearts. So it was just nice to see the music community come together to remember and celebrate somebody's life like that. So it was a very good event. So I will be talking about more shenanigans next time.
Very good.
But this was a good weekend.
Very nice.
Nice.
Good stuff. Thank you. All right, now we are going to Stephen Shecky Bello, who I hope has a good joke of the day.
What do you mean, your hope? What? Well, as you know, Dennis,
Yes,
I'm getting ready to retire, so I've been going on job interviews.
right.
I went the other day, and the first question the woman asked me was, "Do you have a police record?" And I was like, "Hell yeah! Synchronicity is like the greatest time I ever had." That's not even true.
That, was
But
good. That even came out in 1987, I think, too. That was
Ah, see?
There we go. It goes with the
I chose a good year to come
whole
here.
flow.
Yes, this was perfect. Yeah. All right, now let's meet our guest, Kevin Prentice, a.k.a. the Mad Hatter. Welcome, Kevin. Welcome.
How you
Round of
doing
applause.
tonight? Thank you. Thank you. Awesome.
All right, so I understand you got a lot of stuff going on. You are a comedian, a magician, a movie creator, director, producer, whatever you want to call it. So before we get into the magic stuff, you want to talk about the movie?
Sure. The movie starts.
Tell us about the movie. We don't know anything about the movie, so give us
Well,
the
the movie,
background on
yeah,
this.
the movie is it's kind of like an Alice in Wonderland concept. It's but it's a Mad Hatter in a Morphinland. It's a movie I'm looking at to be the first. I'm actually doing Sundance Film Festival. This is not going to be like your
Oh,
real.
nice.
This is actually going to be a real movie. I'm working
Wow.
with the,
Fantastic.
you know, the whole
That's
concept
awesome.
to go to the right
Yeah.
step. You know, and eventually after that, then hopefully people will be able to streamline it.
Oh, keep us posted.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely going to
Yes,
be,
I love
like I
that.
said, and please understand, I'm a comic. I love everybody, but I'm going to make a joke out of a joke.
That's
You know,
good.
and it's really what it is.
can
It's
appreciate
nothing
that.
more. You know,
Yeah.
it's like for all you Yankee fans and the Met fans tonight, you know.
Appeal to everyone.
Yeah, you know. I'm telling you.
So now we'll look forward to that. And when we get to Cannes Festival, I would like to come with you. I think that
Oh
would
my
be cool.
God, yeah, that'd be definitely cool.
So now I understand you had another movie too. That we were talking about. Do you have a documentary that you are involved with too, or was I imagining that?
Well, what I'm doing is, yeah, no, you weren't imagining. Well, it's not a movie. I'm doing
Those
a
brownies.
definitely. Aunt Alice's brownies kick it up definitely a notch too. No, I'm not. It's not a documentary. I'm doing I'm gonna be working with I'm doing a fundraiser.
Oh, okay. I confused the two.
Yeah. It was definitely flashback. The no, seriously, what I'm doing is it's. I don't mean to bring the show down, but the truth is my.
That's Steven's job.
Oh man, let's go.
How dare you?
Bells.
You're my straight man, Steven.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
But
Sorry.
no, that's cool. By the way, back there, this is my son Chris. So if you don't
Hey,
see
Chris.
him,
Hi,
Chris, how you doing? Sorry. What I'm doing is my brother. He played football, and by the time he finished high school, I was told 8, but my sister says 11. He had 11 concussions by the time he finished high school.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that are pro, awesome, and they just got settled with this big lawsuit. It's coming up, a brand new movie. I'm trying to hook up with the Will Smith. That's great, but for those people that don't have benefits or do whatever, in this case, my brother actually got turned down 4 times for benefits. He suffers 2 to 4 seizures a day.
Oh,
He had a brain aneurysm, and I was trying to figure, how could I do something? And what happened? The odds are one of my best friends, he bought a radio station. Go figure. So what happened was he has 3.5 acres in Maryland, and I want to record. I want to record a trick that I'd done before. I levitate 2 people at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the first one ever to do that. It's a world's record. Well, you ever seen it done? So basically, I do 2 at the same time. And the point of the story is that it was kind of like I had a trick that I needed, and he had a place to do it. And next thing you know, he has a 3.5 acre field. So I've connected with some people already. I've gotten one of the players from a Brazilian soccer team is going to be there helping me out. I'm going to do a concussion awareness for kids for that day and do a fundraiser.
Wow, very
and I'm
nice.
trying to get a band to go, as well as I'm going to be doing the magic. And basically all day it's going to be an open field. I'm trying to get the NFL to show up there.
And where
I'm
is
reaching out. This is going to be in Maryland. I'm reaching out for the Ravens. You've got to write them. You can't email them or call them. It's got to be. Imagine when you used to write.
Yeah.
They actually.
1987. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've actually got to write them a letter in my grammar.
I got a pen over there.
Yeah.
You wanna borrow it?
Wow. Show me a typewriter. Yeah. Yeah. So I've got to write them a letter and request, and I'm trying to. I've had a couple ex-football players also say they wouldn't mind taking part of it. Basically, I want to teach the kids and heads-up drills, as well as, like I said, it's an awareness as well as a fundraiser. And the following week, I'm taking the show down to Orlando, where I'm going to be performing at Buchanan's outside of Orlando. and pretty much not doing the same thing there. It's more of a nightclub atmosphere, and I'm going to be doing a raffle fundraiser
Wow.
as well as comedy magic and present him with
great.
whatever money. Right now, I just started a GoFundMe. If you're familiar with GoFundMe, just
Yeah.
where you can make the donations. Yeah, it's called Concussions with No Benefits.
Okay.
And that's actually what it is. He has no benefits, and that's
Yeah, that's-
he
that's
said,
a
Kevin,
sad thing.
I don't want any money. I just want benefits. And I'm like, I realize that, but you probably still have bills right now that you're not paying the money because you have no benefits.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but you got to find alternative drugs to pay it because you can't afford the legal drugs.
Right.
No,
That's
it's
true.
not not
Yeah.
cool, and it's and unfortunately you're not an NFL player, and that's God bless him for making it that far, but you're not covered.
Right,
They
right.
call it pre-existing illness, I think, or something like that.
Even
nature.
with the NFL players from years back, they've had the same issue.
They-
that
yeah,
the
recently,
NFL
yeah.
just threw them out, but now they're starting. It's just starting now,
Right.
where they're aware of this concussion thing, and they're trying to build the better helmets and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is, and like I said, I don't blame anybody. I loved football, I loved sports, and I'm not blaming anybody. Basically, what I'm trying to do is draw awareness and get my brother benefits,
Absolutely.
and that's why I call it concussion with no benefits.
so
That's
now,
a
do
good
you have
thing.
like a website where all this information is? KevinPrentice.com or something?
If you actually go on the GoFundMe,
Yeah.
that's actually written where you can make
Okay.
a donation to him, and it basically is written about him. And like I said, I'm going to be working with the radio station WCRT in Maryland. That's actually the radio station. They actually just went from AM to now they just put an FM tower up, so
Nice.
they'll be covering 46,000 people.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be quite. I'm going to hopefully it's like a field day. I'm trying to make it, and plus you come out, meet and greet, and learn.
Yeah, it sounds
Sounds
like
like
a
Yeah.
great thing here.
Good cause,
So,
fun day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Sell some wristbands, do some jokes. And what's cool about it is I do magic, but not too many places actually let me do fire magic.
Including here, by the way.
Not here.
No, so I'm actually.
The last time you did fire magic was in 1987 at the White Lion concert or whatever that band was.
Yeah, right. No, I actually got a little bit on the YouTube. I'm actually. I'm going to try to do a trick that I'm trying to master up. It's lighting 6 different candles without using any matches.
Wow.
It's just carrying fire is really what I do. Is I can carry it and play with it. And I juggle it, but I actually real fire. This is not like something I like.
Right,
It's not like
That
grabbing
is
a
cool.
tool.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
definitely
I like
it's
fire.
definitely different. So that's why
I
I like to
like
call
fire,
myself
yeah.
more of a wizard than a magician because I like to play with the elements.
And
Wizard.
you people have something to look forward to. I may be going into the guillotine, and Kevin may be chopping my head off later on.
Cha-cha. It's gonna do the honors.
I haven't decided yet. All right. Give me this album here. Now, this is Joshua Tree by U2. Anybody know what year this was released in?
1987.
Exactly. Very good. All right. So now,
Not enough hints.
U2.
I got the calculator.
One of the. Well, I lost my notes here. Kevin made my notes disappear. I'll have to wing it. Anyway, so this album came out in 1987 to huge critical and commercial success. One of the greatest albums of all time. One of the biggest selling albums of all time. And it was from a band from Ireland formed in 1976. We have Bono, The Edge, Adam Clayton, Larry Mullen Jr. Now, does anyone know what Bono's real name is? I bet you don't.
No.
It is Danny Bonaducci.
No way. You're so.
I don't believe that at
That-
all.
You don't believe that?
But
No.
bump.
All right. Well, and then we have The Edge, and you know what? You know what The Edge's real name is? Mo Lipschitz. And it was funny. I actually ran into him one time, and I said, "You're Lipschitz?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Does your butt whistle?"
You are so corny.
You're gonna be here next week too, right?
So anyway, his real name, Bono's real name is Paul Hewson,
Oh.
and The Edge's real name is David Evans. See, nobody knows that.
Those
I
are
know
lovely
everything, and
names.
I didn't even know that. I had to look that up. So this had huge hits on it, like With or Without You, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, Where the Streets Have No Name, Bullet the Blue Sky. And this album marked a return to their roots after The Unforgettable Fire came out in 84. And then Bono was hanging out a lot with Keith Richards, Ron Wood, Bob Dylan, and Van Morrison, and he got back to his roots, the blues and the Irish roots, and all of this stuff, and he immersed himself in this, and he had a great love and romance for America. And he also, like right before this time, he spent some time in Central America and Africa, and he saw the suffering that was going on there, and it affected his lyrics, and it's a very political album as well, and that's how he got involved with all that, what do they call that stuff? Benefit work and all that kind of stuff. So, and The Edge is one of my favorite guitarists, I got to say. That he's very innovative. He has the best sound. He's not like the fastest guitar player in the West or anything like that. He believes in the school, less is more. But his use of effects and all this kind of stuff just makes him a great, innovative guitar player. And as Bruce once said, save your notes, don't spend them on the blues. So I'm giving this a 5-star album.
Yeah,
5 stars.
5
of course.
stars.
And
Okay.
when this album came out, it was the first new release to be available on CD, cassette, and vinyl all on the same day.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And at record stores in Ireland and Great Britain, they opened at midnight the night before to handle all the crowds and everything.
Wow.
Do you remember when
Remember, I
music was
was
that
gonna
exciting?
say,
That you
yeah.
would get up
I
at midnight.
do remember that.
Did you guys ever do that? Did you ever wait online to get something at midnight, or wait overnight to buy concert tickets or anything?
Yeah.
Concert
Remember that?
tickets, yeah.
definitely.
The ticket
Overnight?
We used to
I
buy
never
them at
did
Jack's
that.
Music
I don't-
Shop in Red Bank.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we used to
Yeah, I
camp
remember. You
out
could buy
in Red
them
Bank
there.
to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the tickets. Yep.
Yeah, but I never stayed out all night.
I didn't stay
waiting
out
for
all night,
tickets.
did.
but I waited online. I remember.
Oh, yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
They gave you
yeah.
wristbands, and
Yeah.
you can, it was
Yes,
great.
Yes. So, and one of my favorite albums from 1987 also came out that year was Huey Lewis and the News,
Yeah.
Hip to Be
Oh,
Square.
yeah.
Wow.
And as Sam Kinison
I love this
always
joke.
says, Hip to Be Square, where's that? It must be the same place where it's hip to be called Huey.
That's a great joke. It's a great
Yes.
joke. Yeah.
So, in support of this album, the U2 went on tour, and that out of that tour came the album Rattle and Hum that came out right after that,
Yes.
where they collaborated with B.B. King and all this stuff. So it was a huge time for U2. This album, they say, turned them from heroes to superstars.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with that. This is the pinnacle of their career for me, and this is my favorite album. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. It's favorite song.
Favorite album ever?
No, by U2.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have to say, after this, it went downhill. They put out a few more
Yeah.
good stuff after that, and
I guess they found what they were looking for.
because I gotta say, the last album they pushed it for free to people, and people were complaining.
Yeah,
Give it
yeah, they
away.
were forcing that on people.
Yeah, they were like, "Here, take this album, shut up." And I'm like, "No, I don't want it."
You can't make me.
Yeah, so you can't go back home, as
Yeah.
they say. All right, so now it's that time of the show where we smell the album.
My favorite.
Oh, this is pretty good.
Let me see.
Guinness and potatoes, I'm smelling. Get it? It was Irish. 7-course meal.
Definitely.
Skip the potatoes. Just give me the.
6-pack and a potato.
Just give
Oh my God! Wait.
Hey, take you home again, eh?
both shots.
Smells so good. Next.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah,
There's
Chris
nothing,
doesn't know.
nothing like that
Never seen
basement
the album
smell.
before.
He's, you know what? That's before his time. He wouldn't
Yeah, he
know.
wouldn't even
That's
know.
the beauty. I love
No, don't let him smell it.
Nope.
No what you
Nope.
do, don't
That's
let
it.
Chris smell it
Nope.
out. Ah, look how bad he wants to smell it now. It's like every kid. Tell him no. He wants it.
Since when are you gonna get
No,
smell
this is something adults do.
Now we're going to talk about what's happening in the world. And this article is entitled "Sweet Dreams Are Made of These." And that is very good for 1987. I think that song
That
even
is
came out in
very good.
87. Stephen, Google that. Get your 3 Gs going up there. So anyway, an Oregon couple woke up to a naked burglar sitting on top of the man in bed while holding a knife and kissing him, police said. That horrifying discovery led to 32-year-old Richard Dean DeFutis being chased out of the couple's Portland home Tuesday morning with bullets flying through the air, police said. By the time police arrived just before 4 a.m., they said DeFutis had already escaped the home uninjured but was found hiding in a vacant home nearby. Police said the intruder first gathered up the homeowner's valuables before stripping down and crawling into bed with the slumbering man and woman. He was transported to a hospital for a drug-related evaluation. Shocking, right?
Yeah.
Before being charged with first and second-degree burglary, first-degree sex abuse, and unlawful use of a weapon.
And poor swinging.
Wow.
The male victim, and he was tested, his eyesight was tested as well. The male victim, who fired off 3 shots at the fetus, missing him, is not expected to face any charges, police said. And that reminds me, didn't you just get back from Oregon, Stephen? Weren't you on a trip out there recently, a business trip?
Oregon.
Oregon. How's it pronounced?
It's Oregon.
Oregon. Well, I got to say, if this isn't an excellent argument for allowing guns, I don't know what
I'm
is.
with you on
Can you
that.
imagine
Yeah.
this horrifying sight? Wake up with a naked man sitting on you, kissing you with a knife.
Is that a trick question?
Well,
I was gonna say.
for me, it would depend. I'm just saying.
Oh man, so it's a sick, sad world out there, I gotta say. So that's it for the show, but we're gonna do the magic and the songs coming up, so stay tuned. So thanks for joining us here on Live from Dennis's House, only on 474 The Mix, where the music matters. See you next week when I'll be doing another classic album and Behaving Badly. Like me on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Check out my new website, DennisMorgillo.com. The radio show, Friday, 5 p.m. on 474 The Mix. TV show, Sundays at 9 a.m., all social media. And now we're on Cablevision Channel 77, Tuesdays at 11 p.m. So we got so much going on here. I'm exhausted. So that's that.
Dennis, look up, smile. Go ahead, pull. He's still alive.
Get me out. I feel like a veal calf.